everyone, it's your girl Jessie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I will be showing you guys how I do a pretty quick and simple neutral face beat. So my face is already semi-prepped. This is what I use to cleanse my face. It's a CeraVe Acne Control Cleanser. My toner, I use this hydrating toner here. Moisturizer from Neutrogena. Then I applied my serum, and most importantly, sunscreen. Okay, to hydrate my lips, I have on this lip balm from Clarins. So we're gonna start off with just adding a little extra mist for hydration from Mario Badescu. So I really like to use this just so, give my face that nice hydrating feel. And let's jump right into it. So first things first, right? Makeup is personal preference. I'm not gonna use the exact same products, so you don't have to use my technique. You don't have to use the products that I'm using. You would just have to find something that works for you. So I found this pencil here. This pencil is Holy Grail. It is from AOA Studio. All of the products that I use, I'm gonna leave them down somewhere in the link. I'm gonna leave the links down below. It's double-sided. Here you have like the thicker part, and then here you have the thinner part. Okay, this pencil is like $1 and change. I kid you not. So we're gonna start off with our pencil. We have our spoolie, our angle brush, and then this is a Juvia's Place concealer. Okay, so remember, you don't have to follow my techniques, but this is just what works for me. Okay, so we're gonna start off by just grooming the brows to a certain extent, and then start to fill them in. Look how nicely that pencil is drying on. Like, for $2, you can't go wrong. Our brows are looking a bit crazy right now, but this is not how it's gonna stay. We're gonna go in with our spoolie and just kind of go backward and forward to kind of just blend in the pencil. Now your eyebrows are not supposed to be identical twins, sisters. Now we're gonna go with our concealer. This is my Juvia's Place concealer. Now something that I see a lot of people do, the same color concealer they use at the bottom is what they use at the top. I personally prefer to use the lighter concealer at the bottom and my complexion foundation at the top, because then it gives it more of a natural look. Whereas if you use the light concealer at the top, you have way too much blending to do. Okay, so we're gonna start at the bottom and just clean up the brows. Just clean up the brows a bit to the size that you want. Okay, so now that we have concealed the bottom of both, we're gonna use a fluffy blending brush to kind of just blend that at the bottom. So we blend and we bring down. Okay, now we can use a fluffier blending brush just to pat in the concealer. Some people use the same concealer as their eyeshadow base. I prefer to use a literal eyeshadow base because it helps to prevent creasing. This is a really good eyeshadow base. Also this one from Ambrosia Cosmetics, but I really prefer this one from P. Louise. Like, this is Holy Grail. There are different colors. This is in the color Ruma 02. Your eyeshadows do not budge. They give you a really good color payoff, and you just need a pea size. So we're gonna use our same fluffy brush, and we're just gonna pat on our base to the eyelids. Now prime the face. Remember, we did our skincare, applied our sunscreen, etc., but we have not applied a facial primer. So we have the eyeshadow primer, but we need to also apply a facial primer. This is my Holy Grail go-to. Sweat proof. If you have oily skin, it helps to diminish that oil. This is from Lancome, and it is the Tintidal Ultra Wear Blur and Go face primer. So I like to put it all over my face. You can just put it in your areas that you know you are concerned about, but Sis gonna put it all over her face. Okay, so today we are going to use 3 different palettes. We're going to use our James Charles palette from Morphe. Pretty Rich Too Faced palette and the Warrior by Juvia's Place. So the first thing we're gonna do, this is what the palette looks like. We are going to use a transition color, fluffy blending brush. We're gonna use this one here as our transition color. Look how nicely that is blended. We use a clean blending brush just to kind of blend the concealer at the top into this here. We're gonna go in with this darker shade here of the same James Charles palette from Morphe, just to kind of deepen. Okay, so now we have this. We're gonna go in with a little bit more of our base, because now we're gonna apply the eyeshadow on the eyelid. I mean, you can really just use eyeshadows without a primer, but I feel like the primer gives you more of a color payoff and it makes the eyeshadow stay longer without, you know, creasing. We can go like with a rose gold. This is from our Pretty Rich Too Faced palette. We're gonna use Princess Cut. So this is like a really pretty rose gold. We can mix that with Don't Care at All. Okay, so we're gonna use those two colors. Fluffy small blending brush. So we take some of this and some of this, we knock out the excess and we pat it in. So those are more like of shimmer eyeshadows. Shimmer eyeshadows, you definitely want to press it in and not just, you know, because you get a better color payoff. Sometimes people say, yes, I'm applying a primer or whatever, but my eyeshadows are not popping. It's probably your application. We're gonna go back in our James Charles palette using this darker color just to kind of add back the definition. Now we're gonna apply our eyelashes. We're gonna measure it before actually applying the adhesive, and the adhesive I'm gonna be using, the glue would be the duo glue. So we're gonna just apply it without the adhesive just to know what length we should cut, because when you apply eyelashes and, you know, you don't cut it or it's too long, it pricks you, it's just uncomfortable. So we do like this. Okay, some people apply it straight to their eyelids or straight to their lash band, but I'm way too clumsy for this. Let me see if I can actually do this on camera. I have never applied eyelashes on camera, well, at least I don't think. So you put it in the middle and then you do the both sides after. So you're gonna put it in the middle and then you align it to where you want. After you have applied it, you just squeeze your lashes with the extensions so it looks a bit more natural. Now I like to apply just a little mascara just to kind of blend everything together. Okay, so now we have completed the eyes. We're gonna do our face. Now, since I've migrated, I have gotten at least 2 shades lighter. I'm gonna be using these two. Usually my shade in this is Henna. This is from Estee Lauder Double Wear. Usually my shade is Henna, but now I have to use Fawn. And this is from MAC NC42, okay? So I put a little bit of this and more of the Fawn. And we mix the two, okay? Crazy. Kabuki brush, and we're gonna just stipple it in. Now remember I was telling you that the same color that we use for our foundation we're gonna use to conceal the top brows, right? angle brush, and we're gonna conceal the brows. We're gonna use another fluffy brush to just buff the top part away. And that little unibrow that we had in the middle, we're getting rid of it. So you conceal your brows to the size that you want, and then you just kind of buff around it so that it looks natural. So we're just gonna make sure that everything is blended out. Okay, now for our under eye concealer, I absolutely love this all covered concealer from Inglot. This gives you really good coverage. Did you guys see how my clumsy self almost put the whole concealer wand into my eyes? Crazy, because I'm trying to focus here and look at it at the same time. So we're going to buff that in, bring it down a bit. Look at that, look at this, so smooth, and you get really good coverage with this concealer. Now we're gonna use our powder puff. This is my Inglot loose powder. I like to mix the Sacha Buttercup and the Inglot loose powder. This is perfect finish loose powder. So this is what I like to use to set it. I like to use a combination of them both. This one, now I'm gonna use the Sacha Buttercup. Look at this. Ooh. This is a little bit brighter. Whoever came up with this trend, came up with this trend with the powder puff, yeah, great idea. And then use the same brush just to kind of blend out the brightened loose powder that we had. So now that we have applied our concealer and stuff, we're gonna apply our underline. This is I think Black Diamond or Onyx, yes, from Double Wear, Estee Lauder. I love this eyeliner. No smudging, zero smudging whatsoever. It reminds me of the black eyeliner from MAC, but I actually prefer this one more. Look at her. And then I feel like we should put some mascara on our bottom lash. Before we apply that, we're going to put a color in our tear duct. We're going to use our Juvia's Place Warrior palette, and I think we should use the Moremi color, this one here. So we're going to use a small lip brush to apply. I see how nice that look. Now that we applied our color in our tear duct, we're going to apply just a little mascara in our bottom lash. I definitely cannot be focused here and in here. I will poke myself in the eye. This mascara is one of my favorites from Clarins. The Wonder Perfect Mascara 4D. Not 3D, but 4D. Bomb. So we're going to apply our face powder, which is from MAC Studio Fix NC42. Now we're going to just add back some color to our face. So I'm going to use my Terracotta 4 Season bronzer. Now if you find that, you know, you've gone a little bit too dark, you always use your shade powder and just kind of blend it out a bit, you know. That way it evens it out and you don't look like someone punched you on the side of your face. Now contour the nose a little bit. We're going to use our Inglot 6SS fluffy brush. It's a fluffy blending brush. So contouring the nose, you have to just do it gradually, little by little, because you don't want to make that mistake and then you have to do everything all over. How I contour my nose, I like to start up here and just come down a bit. See that? And you don't want to use too much of a dark bronzer. Okay, now we're gonna add a little bit of blush. This is my Morphe blush palette, Cool Pro 8C. Can maybe do a little bit of It Girl, because we don't want too much, you know. Just want a little. When it comes to the face, we're gonna add our highlights. Guys, I have tons of other highlights. I have from MAC, I have from Estee Lauder, I have from Maybelline, but you see this one here, the Jenny Jenkins highlight. You can also use a highlighting brush, which looks like this, a fan brush, but I prefer to use this one. So I take a little bit of all, and I just, you guys see that glow? Here as well. And then we blend out. I like to go back in with my Mario Badescu. This is not a setting spray, it's just a hydrating spray. Just to give me that, you know, little dewy look. Now we're gonna go for the lips. I'm gonna go in with my Chanel lip liner. This is in number 59. It's a brown lip liner. Blend that out. I'm gonna go in with my Lancome lipstick in 250. It's a really nice nude, one of my favorite nudes. So it gives you a really nice ombre. And then, because I want to add just a little bit brighter in the middle, this is a nice peach color from MAC. It is Mango. Just in the middle, I'm going to add a little bit. Oof. So I don't know if I want this like this or if I want a glossy look. This is a butter gloss from NYX, NYX, however you pronounce it. Let's see. Okay, I'm feeling this. I'm gonna comb my hair and fix this up, and I'll be back. So this is the end of our makeup look today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to click the links down below if you're interested in getting any of the products that I've used. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.